Hey y'all, how you doing? I'm here to local pick apart, or at least that's what you guys down in the States would call them. Up here it's, just one of our auto wreckers. As you can see, or you might be able to, I'm on a Ford Explorer. Come to get a part for my '05 Tacoma. And the part's going to be right here. Everybody see that overhead display? This was up here. I just took it down. I wasn't sure if it was the right part I was going after, but I'm going to start with this. So I'm just going to rip this out of here and be right back. Alright, just getting back at her here so you can see still. You guys can check it out. This is a Ford. And I just took the cover off, so now I'm gonna take out this. Anybody see any familiarity with the shape and design of that? Where the plug-in is? On this one you'll see this one does have a removable plug here. I'm not gonna say 100% sure, but when I took my Toyota one down, I do believe that these wires were soldered right to the board. Okay, I'm just going to finish taking this apart and I'll get back to you. Alright, so there's kind of what I'm left with. This is the part I'm going to take. I don't know if that number means anything. It's probably a quick scan, but again, I'll show you the vehicle I'm in here. I know you guys are going to find this unorthodox, but it is a Ford. Appears to be a 2000. Maybe a 2001. I'm not quite sure about their date code, but 0300, manufactured by Ford. And again, as I said, I grabbed it from right there. This is the part. And if anybody is taking apart the Tacoma ones, you're kind of going to notice some similarities. But I'm going to go grab one more just to be sure. Alright, back with you here in a bit again. We have the Toyota Tacoma. I've already taken it out of my truck. You guys are probably familiar with that part number there. And my truck is an '05. And as I showed you before, this is the one I took out of the Ford Explorer. Alright, so now we're going to take them apart and have a look. Alright, so as you guys probably all know, here's the Tacoma. To remove this green cover, you just gently work those gray tabs off. As you can see, somebody's previously been in here, broke that one off. But yeah, two on each side. You can see there. Hopefully the camera's good for you. Yeah, but then you just pull it off. So there is the Toyota Tacoma. And pretty much the same procedure. 4 tabs holding just the black case on. This one doesn't have, as you can see, the colored lens attached. It's just a case. But here's the two side by side.
What are you doing?
Oh, just making a video, you know.
Are we going to watch him play?
Yes, we can.
Brody, Dad's right here. This is what you came out for. We left the back door wide open. Let's go. You have to come help with groceries, though?
Alright, so apparently it seems we have a few differences. Not worried about the board side, or size, sorry. But as you can see, as I mentioned, this one from the Toyota Tacoma, the wires are hardwired. There was 2 screws, where those 2 black dots are. Not sure how great this is, but I tried pulling this connector off. It was not going to come, so stop there. And just to let you know, the reason I'm trying this experiment is because I'm not sure if you can see on my board right there, kind of by my finger. I don't know if it'll focus, but that is where my board is damaged. I don't know if I can get this to focus in for you. But here it looks right there. There's either a PNP or an NPN transistor. And it is literally cooked, like it is baked. So that is why I'm trying this. I cannot find one, and I'm not going to spend $300 for all them people on eBay and all those other sites to send me one. I went and picked this one up, like I said, at my pick apart here where I live. It looks essentially the same. I just pulled up some diagrams. You can see I've got the Toyota schematic color codes and the Ford color codes. So essentially, you look, of course, all black. Ford did the same thing. Here's theirs, all black, but then when it goes to the factory harness and back into their harness, that's where your color codes come from. But yeah, so that's where I'm off to now. Alright, so here we have, obviously, the factory Tacoma one. As I mentioned, this one, you know, the 510 resistor solder repairs have been done, obviously weren't done very well, but this one had bigger problems. I'm not sure if you can see that. Try to zoom in. But again, I'll see if I can do this for you. Right in that area, there used to be a PNP or an NPN. You can see is physically has burnt, baked. It's no longer present. So what I've done is I have cut the original Toyota harness, and this here is the harness that will go to the one from the Ford Explorer. So I'm just going to join these together. So what I've learned, Toyota harness, looking at what I would call the male pin end, you can see there's 5 pins along the top and 3 on the bottom for a total of 8. If we go to the back side here, you can see there's 2 empty holes there. Okay, so it's gonna be a little hard for me to do here, but starting at the top right, so this corner here, if you guys can follow what I'm trying to do here, this corner, that is number 1, and it goes 2, 3, 4, 5 across this way, and then down below starts at 6 over here, and 7, 8, 9, 10, etc. 7 and 8, they were on this board for something, but in my truck, the factory harness only had 6 wires. 7 and 8 are not used. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just as with the Ford harness, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Looking at this harness, if you're holding the wires down, number 1 is on the left. You can kind of see I marked it out in pen there, and number 6 is on the right. Alright, and now I'm just going to solder all these together. I'll show you how I make out with that. Alright, well, not the best, but you can see I soldered them together. So again, hard to show this, but it's upside down. So essentially, number 1 on this side goes to number 1. Looks like I kind of goofed a little bit with my soldering, but I'm okay with that. Yeah, so there's my harness. I'm just gonna heat shrink those up, the connections, and then I'm gonna go plug it in and see how it works. Alright, so as you can see, got the connector done up, solder, heat shrunk, and placing it inside the Toyota. Oh, and not sure if you guys noticed. You see how the holes are the same? They fit right in. Sorry for the shoddy camera work here, folks, but you know how it is. Fit right in, and look at the button even lines up. Not sure if you can hear that, but so yeah, there you go. We're gonna go see if it works. We'll be back in a minute. Alright, so here we go. I'm out to my vehicle here. And kind of dark. But so as I said, gonna roll back together here. I did have to do, I don't know if you can see very well here.
Connected.
I did have to do a few modifications. Had to kind of, oh, losing my light. The shield to cover, the green part anyway, whatever. Had to file it a little bit to make room for the plug. Not really sure if you can see that, but see there's some scratches and stuff there. I physically had to file it there, as well as pretty much directly across from it. Again, not sure if you can see that, but kind of right there. If you can see the microchip, where the numbers are there, I had to file that to make room for that chip, because the other one is actually under here where my thumb is, in this area where there was more room. This one for the Ford is underneath the plastic, and I had to modify it. But alright, here we go. Well, I'm going to plug this in. We'll see. As you can see, there's my heat shrunk, and there's just 2 extra wires that aren't used. Yeah, we're going to plug it in here, and I am going to. Alright, so I've got her plugged in. Kind of lost my video there for a sec, and now I'm going to turn on the key and see what happens. Well, it says we're heading southeast, which is probably pretty close. 97 degrees Fahrenheit. Not close. Sorry about that. I'm going to hit the button here. 36 Celsius southeast. And off. So, there's proof in the pudding that the Ford one does work. Now I just got to see what's going on with the temperature. And then see. Not sure. Oh, it's east. Oh, I think that's going to be according to where we are. So I presume we should be number 8 for Saskatchewan. We'll go back there and we'll just leave it at number 8. And apparently that's it calibrating. Well, it says we're going northeast, which I really doubt. I don't know. I think the compass is in the unit, not the truck itself. But yeah, we'll check and see what's going on. Alright, well, I don't know. I'm gonna guess it's just due to the camera as to why it appears to be flashing, but really it's not. As you can see, it is working. I am facing west. It is right now currently minus 8 degrees Celsius. Just to let you know, I had to use the sensor from the vehicle that this unit was taken from. So if you go with this repair slash modification to get your temp slash compass display working in your Tacoma or any other vehicle that this would actually fit. Yeah, grab the display, make a few modifications to the plastic just for clearance of the microchip and the plug-in, and make sure you grab the ambient air temp sensor off the vehicle that it came from, just due to the resistance values are that much different. Alright, I hope I could help somebody out.